So in this lecture, I actually want to create a tokens table in our database. So I made sure that my Docker images were running with Docker Compose up-d, and I connected using Beekeeper Studio. And as you can see, we have one table in here right now, users. And we're going to add another one. So roll over the little plus sign here next to entities, and we'll create a table. And I'm going to call it tokens, plural, all lowercase. And we have our two default fields, both of which are fine. Let's create another field. So the first field I'm going to add will be user_ID. And that's going to be an integer. INTE right there, integer. And it is nullable. Now this will actually be, of course, a foreign key, the way that we connect between this table and the users table. So we can find out what token or tokens a user has using user ID. Okay? So let's add another field here. And I'm going to duplicate a little bit of data. I'm going to add email. Even though I have that from the user ID, I'm going to store it here because I might delete a user at some point or something like that. But this might be convenient for me in the future. And it's a varchar 255 and it is not nullable. Okay? Let's add another one. And this one's going to be the token. And the token is going to be a varchar of 255. And it's not going to be nullable. Okay? And we'll add another one, and this one's important. They're all important, but this one's unusual. You may not have worked with this data type before. I'm going to call this token_hash. And it's not going to be a character varying. It's going to be of type byte A, binary data, okay? And it's not nullable. We already have created at, which I'm going to drag down here, where I like to have it. And we'll add one more, updated at. And we'll call this one of type timestamp right there. And it's not nullable. And actually, I'm going to add one more. I might not use it, but I'm going to add it for right now. We can always change it later if necessary. I'm going to add expiry. Okay? And the expiry is going to be of type timestamp without time zone, like that. And that's going to be not null as well. So we have our tokens table. We have all the necessary fields. Let's create it. There. Now we have a users table and a tokens table. And of course, the next step is to go back over to our code, our backend code, and add a model for tokens. And we'll get started on that in the next lecture.